On these examples, like if you look in the book, example 4, there is an example 4, which they have worked out completely. That's not what this is. This is the check understanding, which is right underneath, which is not worked out. So you'll have that worked out. And you'll be able to go back and look at the original example 4 if you would like. There's another option. So in this one, we have variables A, X, and B, and they don't represent anything to us, right? And that's the kind of problem when it says solve for X, but it does also say state the restrictions. So we do have to worry about, we don't want to divide by 0. So am I still in blue? So the first question is, if we're going to solve for X, we have X in 2 different terms. We need to get it in 1 term. Go ahead. So you want to subtract the B? Well, you can't just subtract B. You could subtract BX. Right? It's 1 term. But you can't, like, say subtract B. Yeah. Okay. Look at it like this, right? Yeah, you could definitely do that. We will in a second. But let's think about how do we combine the x's. What if, instead of having AX plus BX, we had 2X plus 3X? How would you have combined them? You would just combine like terms, right? You would have added the 2 plus the 3 times X. So what are you going to do with this, Casey? It'll be A plus B times X, right? That's what you did over here, right? When you combine like terms, you added the coefficients. So we're adding the coefficients. The fact that they're letters and not numbers, it doesn't matter. Just show it like A plus B. Minus 15 equals 0. Okay, now we need to isolate the X. Add 15. So now we have A plus B times X equals positive 15. And we have to isolate the X. Divide by A plus B, right? The thing that's with X right now is this quantity A plus B, which is multiplying times X, right? What's the opposite or the inverse operation from multiplication? Division, so divide. X equals 15 over A plus B. Okay, now, restrictions on A and B. No, what cannot be 0? A plus B cannot be 0, right? Exactly what's in the denominator, that's what cannot be 0. So the restriction is A plus B does not equal 0. Right? You just have to take whatever that denominator is and say, don't let that equal 0.